Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing sciatica pain products on Amazon. So if you are currently suffering with sciatica pain or wondering what you should order on Amazon for sciatica pain relief, then let's review it together. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Dr. Ken from True Health Chiropractic, your sports chiropractor and certified athletic trainer. Today we're going to be going over a few Amazon products regarding sciatica pain relief. So if you are currently suffering with sciatica pain relief, let's go over it together and figure out what's going to be best. So I'm going to be putting in sciatica pain relief and let's see what pops up. One of the first things that pops up is this back brace. So let's talk about this back brace. It's kind of crazy. 9,000 people bought in the past month. And there's a ton of reviews and it's only $25.17. So let's look at this best seller. All right, immediate relief for sciatica, herniated disc, scoliosis, and breathable design. So let's look at this design. Now I love this mesh type because you know that it's breathable, especially when you're putting it on. There tends to be, it gets warmer, which is actually beneficial for back pain or even sciatica, but you don't want it to the point where it's not breathable. So this looks like great material. Now, one of my main concerns is, if you can tell here, this lower area, depending on how firm that is on the bottom and the top, that's gonna determine the flexibility of this brace. Now, we want it to be comfortable and we don't want it to be necessarily too rigid, especially on your lower back. Now, as you can see, this person is wearing it. If you have true sciatica, the likelihood of you working as a moving company with sciatica is probably not very high, but maybe this person is suffering with sciatica because of moving furniture or boxes. And I think a lot of you probably can relate. There's two types of sciatica. I've talked about this in previous videos, so check it out. If your sciatica is currently shooting down all the way down to the legs and you have difficulty walking, these types of back braces are going to be very beneficial. Now, okay, lumbar pad, great. Rigid support stays. So I'm not a huge fan of these rigid ones. Although it might be more supportive, I do like the ones that are more flexible. My patients and I find this a lot more comfortable, so maybe this might not be the best, even though it comes up at the very top and a lot of people are buying it. I like that there's a small, large, and XXL. I don't know why there's no medium, but that's okay. The fact that this person is doing a crunch with the brace, not a huge fan. This is not the proper rehab that you should be doing. If you have sciatica pain and you want to find the right exercises to get relief, check out the video in the link in the description. We also have a video for that. Okay, forget about the pain. Yes, when you have a brace, it gives you a different sense of support, and because there's pressure on certain spots with the brace being tight, you can actually forget about the pain because of different stimulation. Now this is more of a nerve and a brain communication. When you have certain like acupressure, right? You press on certain areas, it actually desensitizes the area that has pain. That's a good thing. And this brace can do that. Support your belly and need. Okay, great. Comfortable and confident. I don't know how comfortable it is because of the rigidity of it, but if it's a little bit on the flexible side, if you can find a flexible one, I can almost guarantee that it'll be way more comfortable and you'll be able to wear it for a longer period of time. For some reason, everyone's using the brace while they're doing crunches. I have a feeling they're getting back pain because of these types of moves, if anything. The rigidity of it. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Removable lumbar pad. That's a great thing because if you need extra support for your lumbar spine, then that will be great. But the fact that you can remove it, even beneficial. Okay, firm support stays. Yep, that's great. I just care, breathable material, that's great. Velcro, great. I just care about this, if you can see this right here, this top part and this bottom part. If it's too rigid, it's going to be very uncomfortable. So that's the one thing that I look at, especially when it comes to braces. I just had a patient come in who had this firm, rigid one, and I told her, you know, there's better options online or your nearest CVS, Target. You should be able to find one that is more flexible. She agreed that the flexible one is way more comfortable. In fact, she sleeps with it because it helps in her condition. Okay, top reviews. Amazing brace. How sweet the relief. Never used or bought a back support belt before. I had no idea which one to buy. Perfect. This video is pretty much for you. So one of the highlights of this is the adjustable lumbar pad really makes a difference for me. I tried the belt on without it and my back pain was still noticeable, but with the lumbar pad and adjusting the belt, my back feels so much better. So this is one of the key advantages of this particular lumbar brace. You can add or remove the lumbar support, which I think is a very big advantage. I would say this is worth it. It's about an 8 out of 10, in the 10 being the best. The only thing that I'm worried about is that top and bottom of the brace and how flexible it is. That's the only thing that I would make sure, but luckily Amazon, you can order it. You can order a bunch really and test it out, see which one's most comfortable, and if it doesn't work, you can return it. Thank you, Amazon. So I like what he's doing. My plan is to wear this belt occasionally while walking and driving. I tend to have the most problems while driving. So if you have pain, noticeable sciatic pain or lower back pain at certain times, those are the times that you want to use a brace. You don't want to completely rely on the brace the whole day, because the idea of the brace is supposed to be an additional tool for you to be able to support your brace at the time when it's most needed. So if you have, in this case, pain while you're driving, wear it while you drive. When you're walking, you want to actually take it off because you want to start to engage the correct core muscles and challenge those muscles to become stronger to protect your spine. So this lumbar support is an additional support system for your lower back and sciatic pain relief. If you do not find relief with the brace, it doesn't really make sense to continue using. Let's go ahead and look at these types of other braces. Okay, heated back braces, that's pretty cool. I've never heard of this, but it sounds great. So it seems like this is a lot more rigid. So if you are trying to prevent movement, then it might be best for these types. But again, the top and bottom is the only thing that I'm concerned about. Okay, that's pretty cool. So there's this little heating pad that you can slide in to warm up your spine. Breathable, double compression strap, so you can definitely make it a lot stronger. Okay, there's medium, large, and extra large. $39.89. I think this is also a great deal. Is it worth the 20 bucks to add the heat? It actually might be, because it's mobile, it seems like. You can take this anywhere while you drive, while you're moving around in the house, when you're out and about, or maybe in the office. You can have a heatedness. And some people ask, is it better to ice or is it better to heat? Here's the generalized answer to that: ice or heat. Immediately after certain exercises, or if you have acute pain, ice is going to be better because it's going to control the inflammation. If you're about to exercise and kind of move a little bit more, or perhaps even sleep, heat will probably be better to help to relax the muscle. Now, from my professional experience, it's actually better to do contrast, which means to trade off the hot and cold. So a lot of times I'll tell my patients to do 10 minutes heat, 5 minutes cold, 10 minutes heat, 5 minutes cold, and you just trade off. But you always want to start and finish with heat. So this support, or lumbar support with the heat, is actually going to be very beneficial. I would rate this 9 out of 10, depending on if it has a rigidity again. So if you're going to be wearing it for a long time, you want something a little bit more flexible. If you can add the heat, great. That's going to be an additional benefit that you don't have to worry about. This is definitely worth the 40 bucks that you might spend. 360. Okay, so there's 4 rods here, yeah, for the additional support. But what tends to happen is this top part, again, is going to be very rigid For some people it's great, for most people it's probably not gonna be too comfortable. Nice brace. This heated back brace was everything I wanted, comfortable, supportive, adjustable heat. I'm only giving this 2 stars because the brace only lasted 4.5 months. Ooh, interesting. Tried different batteries, but it didn't help. Okay, so I guess because there's the additional heated component, there can be more faults, and apparently it lasted 4.5 months. Here's the good news about sciatic pain. Sciatic pain can last anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So if you're on the shorter end, 4.5 months, it probably helped. But if you're on the longer end, 6 months and even more, maybe you need to buy maybe 2 braces, and I'd say that's still worth it, especially with the heated component. Okay, we're gonna scroll down and we're gonna look at this decompression back stretcher for lower back pain relief. A lot of my patients actually have this one, and you know, as you can see, this has these pointed acupressure type effect on it because of the pointedness. Okay, how do you know if this is gonna help? Okay, here we go. Steps to relief, warm-ups and ready position. Slowly lower yourself, alternate legs, and then deep stretch. Also helps with neck, shoulder, glutes, and feet. Interesting. Okay, let's go over this. So what this is claiming, oh, chiropractor stretch, interesting, is one, back decompression for sciatica relief. So this is, because there's many ways to use this, we're just gonna look at the sciatica pain relief and will this help. Now, if you lie on your back and use it like this for your lower back, there's an easy way to see if this will help you without even buying it. And if it does help you, then this might be worth buying. So this will put your lower back or your spine into extension. So what that means is you're just gonna put your hands right behind your back and slowly extend and hold that. Now this position, if it gives you relief in your lower back or reduces the radiation or the pain, numbness, tingling going down the legs, then this will be a perfect solution for you to slowly get you into that lumbar extension. When there's sciatic pain that is increased with sitting, it's usually due to 2 reasons. The first is gravity and the pressure on the disc, which can elicit pain. The second is when you're sitting, you tend to go into lumbar flexion. So because you're constantly in this flex position, it increases that disc pressure and gives you that pain. When you flip around and extend it, it'll decompress your lower back and give you the relief. So those are the things you need to look at. The easiest test to do, again, is to put your hands behind your lower back, extend your back, and hold that for 15 to 30 seconds. If that feels great, this will be a great asset and something to have at home for 35 bucks. Now it's a little bit on sale. So again, if you can test this at home and you find relief for extension, holding this position in extension will be very, very beneficial. Solid back, stretch your back, yep, into extension. Improve your posture. Again, they're claiming that improves posture because it'll extend your back, which is ideal for your lumbar spine. There's 3 curvatures in your spine, one at the neck, one at the mid-back, one at the lower back. The lower back should be in extension, ideally, but we tend to lose that with poor posture and sitting, which is a lot of us nowadays. So this can improve posture. Yes, I agree. Relieve back pain. Yes, I agree. Chronic lumbar, upper lower back. Okay, we're only looking at sciatica and lower back. Okay. Because of the acupressure points, I think it can actually also relieve some of that lumbar tension. I would say that this is almost a 10 out of 10 if you do your own tests and it actually helps. If it doesn't, you might be wasting some money. Now, there are different, same things, but different products, different brands, I guess, that are cheaper. I'm not gonna go into that, but if you can test it and you do find it helps, I'd say this is 10 out of 10. Customer reviews say 4.2 out of 5, but maybe they're not using it for the right reasons. Unfortunately, it didn't work for my sciatica or my spouse's bad back. He really hoped it would, might work for other back issues for other people. Okay, this is actually a great comment. Because, again, if this person didn't test and see if it works, it probably didn't help this person. That extension didn't help. Again, we also talked about the two different types of sciatica. If the sciatica is caused from the glute muscle, which a lot of times it is, then this will not help you. And you will know by doing that one home test. So I wish this person, Seascape, saw this video and tested it, and it would probably save them money and time. So if it didn't work, maybe the sciatica stretches for your glutes will actually be more beneficial than this particular device. So let's read this. I follow the instructions of the 2 times a day for 10 minutes each and have now done this for 2 days, and I'm telling you I can now have less pain and move better in just 2 days than all the weeks I've laid and went to doctors and tried all these shots and muscle relaxers. That is awesome. I also started at the chiropractor doing the acupuncture, which I know is helping, so I will stay with that and this pillow. Okay, so I guess the treatment is 2 times a day for 10 minutes, you just lie on it. Again, for this person, it really works. Why? The question is why? It's because when you're into that extension and you relax and you let the muscles relax, let the joints get into the right position, it gives them relief, restores their mobility, and gives them back the freedom. So if you do that test, this, again, 10 out of 10 for the right person, this is gonna be amazing. The last product that we're gonna go over is going to be a lot of patients actually have pain when they're sitting. So let's look at this cushion, this large memory seat cushion for office for pressure relief regarding the sciatica and tailbone. I had many patients get these types of cushions for their seats, especially during COVID, when a lot of people were just working on their dining chairs or whatever chair they had at home. I told them to get this when they had back pain because it just changes the angle and the pressure points when sitting, and therefore giving you the relief. Now, when you have SI joint pain, sciatic pain, especially the sciatic pain with the muscle part in the glutes, this can definitely give you relief. Again, for the right person, this can be a 10 out of 10 Amazon product to buy. Now, why is that? Okay, so this, as you can see, gives you 6 inches right here. It just changes the angle, and the way it kind of caresses your, I guess, your sitting bones is gonna change and distribute the force alongside your glutes or your butt, and that will give you the relief that you're probably looking for. Now, when you change this angle of your hips, it can take some of that nerve pressure off, especially within sciatica, and give you that relief. Now, this will probably be more beneficial if you have sciatica regarding the muscle side more than the disc side. If you have disc pain that's causing the sciatica, this will still help because of the cushion, but it might not be a 10 out of 10 product because the pressure, the axial gravity pressure while you sit on the disc is still there. Now, if you have the sciatica with the muscle pain side, this can be of great value and be a 10 out of 10 product. And that's because you're changing that pressure on the glute muscle, which will usually tend to shoot that numbness tingling down the leg. And so because of that changed angle, it'll reduce that nerve pressure going down the legs. So this is gonna be like a high memory foam, yes. And again, although we're talking about sciatic pain, if you have coccyx pain, which is like that tip of the tailbone, this is gonna be great because it has a little hole for you. It's like a little donut and it'll take the pressure off. Great product. It's expensive for what you get, but works surprisingly well. I need it for hours of driving in a patrol car with a bad seat. It seems like this person might be a police officer in a patrol car or a security person, and they sit for a long period of time. Again, this cushion just changes the angle slightly, and that's probably why it surprisingly works well. This person's back pain or sciatic pain is probably coming more so from the glutes. So by distributing the pressure evenly in a different way, it gives you the relief. I love this comment right here. Amazing alternative to getting a new chair, but you should still get a new chair. I agree. Now this, if you're on a budget, some office chairs are very expensive. $35 to fix that for temporarily, probably a great idea, but again, if you're spending, like this person, 10 to 15 hours, maybe you're in tech and you're working at home on a chair sitting for a long period of time, this will temporarily work, but eventually you'd probably want to change your ergonomic setting to actually give you that long-term relief. These are the 3 products that we looked at. The first one is the back brace. The second one was the back stretcher or the decompression that puts your lumbar spine into extension. The third product that we just reviewed is going to be the seat cushion, which just changes the angle of how you sit, taking the pressure off the nerves and reducing your sciatic symptoms. Now, are any of these a long-term relief or maybe actually completely get rid of your sciatica? Probably not, but this can help and assist to reduce a lot of your symptoms, and you can get it through Amazon. Free returns, fast shipping. I think these are great. I showed you 10 out of 10 products today. So if you are currently suffering with sciatic pain, looking for some products, try one of these 3 products. And don't forget to do some of those quick tests at home before you buy this product to see if this will be a 10 out of 10 product for you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And again, if you have any questions or comments, if you want me to review certain Amazon products or categories of pain relief, please comment them down below and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Aloha.